What is going on, you guys? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition, number 9, War for Cybertron Ratchet. Before we get to any of these guys, let's go over the box. It's your typical Studio Series box with this nice big render here of Ratchet from the game. He is the 9th figure in the Gamer Edition. Ratchet on this side, big image of Ratchet. On this side, Ratchet. On the back, you have your obligatory product shots, your transformation steps, and your 1-sentence bio. Here he is from Transformers War for Cybertron. That is it for the box. We'll go over the backdrop in a little while. In the box, you do get the shield gun, the gun that you, if I remember right, this is the gun you used to heal your characters, whoever you, if Ratchet, if you were playing as Ratchet or Ratchet was one of your partners, this gun healed your energon levels. And you have Ratchet's axe, which is in 2 pieces. One, the hilt is molded in white. The big part, or the axe itself, is molded out of this gray plastic and painted the orange. And you can put those together. You can store these in the vehicle mode, I do believe. There's a tab right here for the axe, I think. Will that go in there? It might not go in there. Hang on. Okay, I figured it out. It's these 2 tabs that peg in to the axe. So you can have the axe store on vehicle mode, or the gun can, I think, this peg. Maybe. Maybe not. I know it can store right here on the back for storage. Wait. I know there's a way to... Hold on, you could store the axe up here, but I could have swore there was a way to store this up here to recreate it in the game when you're playing. I don't know, like this port here. I don't know where that goes either. But yeah. So here's Ratchet in his vehicle mode. Very nice, very thick, compacted, bulky Ratchet. Mainly done in white and red, with some metallic red paint here and some gunmetal here. Nice Autobot symbol. Black wheels with red trim to recreate the red glow they had in the game. Wish they had some more of that. But yeah, again, you can store the axe you're supposed to store this way, and then the gun can be stored right here on the back. There you go. You can, I know there's a way that the gun can store back here, so you can recreate using the gun in the game in the game. But oh well, whatever. So there he is, and for comparisons, let's start off with the Cliff Jumper Bumblebee mold, because I still don't have Bumblebee. I just haven't gotten my hands on Bumblebee. So you can see how he scales with that mold. Here he is with the Deluxe Side Swipe. See how they look together. Here he is with the Voyager Optimus Prime. These guys have got some thick, chunky old loads, which is crazy. Here is the Voyager class Megatron. I did color the cannon. And finally, the Voyager class Starscream. I also did customize this. I colored in the cockpit a little bit more. So that is it for comparisons. I don't have Bumblebee. I don't have Barricade. I don't have the Ground Trooper. It's just the Ground Trooper I'm not interested in. And B and Barricade, I haven't got them yet. So let's go to Ratchet's robot mode. Oh, here we have Ratchet in his robot mode. Let's see if we got these ankles out all the way properly. Yep. And I have to admit, pretty good version of Ratchet. So the only thing I don't like about him, he's got fake shoulder pads. They don't really move with the figure like they're intended to, but at the end of the day, I can get over it. Let's actually here is and the camera. There we go. Let's get a close-up look at Ratchet's face. Let's zoom out a little. There we go. Very, very good sculpt for Ratchet. It really almost looks like his Prime design, sort of, but pretty good. Articulation-wise, his head's on a ball joint. If you move the arm pads, the arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out here. You also got upward and downward movement, transformation. You do have a bicep rotation, elbow bend. You do have a wrist swivel. So the elbow pads are also on this joint and a ball joint. And then you've got a waist rotation. Waist can go forward and back, in and out. Thigh rotation. A little bit of a knee bend there. Toes can wiggle up and down, and you've got this much ankle tilt. So you've got pretty good, decent amount of buzzability on Ratchet. Now to arm them up, you can. They're starting to incorporate this more with the gamer figures, but you can plug them into their hands like actual weapons if you don't want to remove their arms, which has been kind of cool. I think they started doing that with Sideswipe and Barricade, or Starscream and Sideswipe. But if you want to wield their arms like they do, or the guns like they do in the game, pull the arm off, plug it in this way. Now you've got Ratchet's gun in the game. And to store the arm, which I'm really glad they're doing this. There's a tab here, there's a port here. Plug it in, close it back up. And there you go. Ratchet's got his weapon all stored, or his arm stored away. So now you can display him with the gun. And then we take this hand and give him this axe. So he can hack or shoot. For a medic bot, really doing his own damaging and repairing. But yeah. Now we will show off the other War for Cybertron weapons on Ratchet. So, in a sec. Alright, let's start with Starscream's Null Ray. I'm glad the weapons are compatible with every single release. Oh, aside from one or two, but there he is with Starscream's Null Ray, or whatever they call this thing in the game. Here's Sideswipe's weapon. That actually looks pretty good. Focus. Focus. There we go. There's Sideswipe's weapon. Here's Megatron. Megatron's is always going to look weird on anybody. Here's the ones that come with the Bumblebee and the Cliff Jumper mold. It's that way. Well, it's pretty okay. Here's this one. The only weapon I can't seem to get to work is Optimus. Optimus just won't go on here. But, yeah. So let's give Ratchet back his weapon and get to some comparisons. Alright, so we're going to start with the deluxe cliff jumper bumblebee mold. Don't mind the fact that the waist is backwards. That's just how I display this mold. You can see how he scales with. Well, let's change the lighting. And oh well. So there's the side cliff B mold. Here's sides white. Yeah, they look together. They look pretty good together for being a head apart. So there's side swipe. Here's Optimus. And they look pretty good together. They are. Prime is taller, but Ratchet just looks a tad bulkier. So there's Prime. Here, I'm going to get back on him. Here's Megatron. Now see, I don't know. Megatron's good, but for some reason, Ratchet, everybody just looks odd compared to Megatron. And finally, here's Voyager Starscream. They don't look that bad together either. It's just, I don't know, something about these guys. So now, we're going to take Ratchet's gun and try it on everybody else. Okay, so here's Ratchet's gun on Prime. I have to angle it a little funny just because you can't put it on here the direct way. You kind of can, but you kind of can't. So, there's it on Prime. Here's it on Cliff, the Cliff B mold. Actually, the Voyager weapons work really well with the deluxes because it's almost size accurate to how it was in the game. But there's the Cliff B mold. Here's it with Sideswipe. Looks pretty good with Sideswipe. Again, it just looks good with the Voyager weapons. Look pretty good with the deluxes. So maybe they should have just made these all these weapons Voyager scaled. I don't know. There's Sideswipe. Okay, here's Megatron. You'll have to orientate the peg a little differently. I suggest getting it attached backwards and then rotating it sideways. That way you can still use it on the armband. But there's how it looks on Megatron. And finally, here it is on Starscream. And because of how short the peg is on Starscream, it looks wonky. It doesn't stay attached perfectly. But you can put it on there if you want. So, there's that. Alright, so now let's bring in the backdrop. We can put Ratchet up here. And you can recreate some scenes from the game if you wanted. I don't know what scene this is. What does this say? Icon Attack. So this is like from the early stages of the Autobot campaign. If I remember right. Yeah. But yeah. Overall, I think Ratchet's actually a really good figure. It'll be the same thing for Ironhide when Ironhide gets released. Although, from what I've seen of Ironhide, he'll have a different gun. His axe will be a different color. Yeah. Ratchet's really good. Really good. Oh, you can. I didn't show this off. If you don't want him wielding the axe in robot mode. There's a tab right there. Get back on there. And there, you can store the axe on the back. But yeah, I think I would give Ratchet a solid 9 out of 10. There's something that's preventing him from being 10. Maybe it's if it, I don't know what's holding him back. But, yeah. I would highly recommend hunting this guy down if you're trying to complete your Studio Series War for Cybertron stuff. I'm not going to, after Ironhide comes out and maybe if they do Jazz, I'm not doing any more War for Cybertron Autobots. I'll call it quits right there if after Ironhide and if they do Jazz. With Decepticons, they need to do Soundwave and Thundercracker. I'll pick up all 3 of the Seekers just because why wouldn't you buy the Seekers? Whoops. But, yeah, he's a solid figure. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down below. Other than that, this has been a review for the Studio Series War for Cybertron Ratchet. Thank you all for watching, and I will not make you all fall. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later.